go. So here we're going to learn about co-parenting. Hey, I see you, girl. And how to co-parent easier. So remember, this is just a bonus. Now, there were a lot of levels leading up to this point. So sessions 1 through 4 took you on an entire journey of what this is all about. That is Master Feeling Powerful as a Mom Masterclass, a definitive guide from Lady Wake. So now we can focus on, this is, I guess this is really my response to a lot of your questions about your spouse or your children's other parent, whether it's their father or mother, their other parent. And really, I get the feeling that most people think they need to have this compromising situation. They need to have, they need to be on the same page all the time. They need to have the same desires, raise children the same way, and they have to do it together. And so I want to tell you today that that's not true. You can be the only person in your relationship or in your little family unit who is making changes and doing something different, doing something specifically to make sure you're co-parenting well, and you can change the atmosphere. You can change the energy, okay? So remember that as we go through these. So I'm just going to keep it simple today. I'm going to give you 5 steps to help you to co-parent easier, okay? So first, number 1, write this down. You need to co-parent whether you live in the same house or not, okay? So some people are together, living together with their children every day. Some people are separated and they share, the time with their children, so the kids go back and forth. But whether you're separated or living together, you are co-parenting. You're parenting together. I think a lot of times when people think when people live together, they think they don't have to co-parent, which means one parent is doing most of the work and the other parent is kind of, pitching in here and there, just whenever they feel like it. Or when the other parent gets upset, right? So whether you live together or not, you need to co-parent. You need to parent together. That means you need to make decisions together. You need to solve issues together. You need to have a plan for your family together, okay? Now, it's more difficult if you are separated because, you have all these other issues usually that can be in the way. But remember, even if you're the only one making changes, it's worth it. You make the changes, you do what's best for you and your family, and then the other person will fall into line because your energy will be lined up, okay? Your children's energy will be lined up with yours. They follow the light. Remember that. That's number 1. Whether you're together or not, in the same household or not, you need to co-parent, okay? Number 2, it's not so much about compromise as it is about cohesiveness. Say that again, write it down. It's not so much about compromise as it is about cohesiveness. So when you compromise, usually somebody feels like they're losing something. They have to give up something. They have to sacrifice something. But you don't have to sacrifice to reach your goal. So when you have a cohesive relationship, because you're remembering to co-parent, right? Whether you're together or not, you're co-parenting, and that cohesiveness comes in energetically. So energetically, what are you searching for? What are you reaching for? Do you both want to have a happy child? Do you want to have a healthy child? Do you want to have a well-adjusted child? You have to make a commitment to your outcome, okay? So what is your real outcome? Not with each other. It's not about each other in this moment, okay? So even if you're separated, you can still do this. It's not about the other person. It's about your children. What is your outcome for your children? What kind of life do you want them to live? What do you want them to feel on a day-to-day basis? How does being well-adjusted look for you? What does that look like for your child? So make those decisions, and then you can adjust your energy accordingly, okay? Now, remember, cohesiveness, not compromise. We don't want you to be upset down the road, or, you know, mad at the other person bringing up stuff and starting fights. It's not that serious. Resentful. We don't want you to be resentful. We want you to get what you want. We want them to get what they want. And most importantly, the child should get what they need. Okay? Number 3, this is all building on each other. So keep paying attention. Write it down. Number 3, your children are not tiny versions of you. Did you hear me? Your children are not tiny versions of you. They are not. They are not you. They came here with their own purposes, their own agenda, to walk their own journey, whatever that looks like for them. They have a specific agenda for their life. They're not you. So it's so important for us to treat our children like the whole human being they really are. That is a little person with their own mind and heart and ideas. We give them the ideas first, right? But in their gut, in their soul, they have their own purpose here. So it doesn't matter that you want them to go to a certain school, or finish school, or you have a certain type of career, have kids or not have kids, get married or not. None of that matters. What matters is what they want and what makes them feel happy and whole. Okay? So you have to get to know your child for the person that they are. And they start showing you the person they are very early. It doesn't take long. It's just that parents or adults usually kind of beat the individuality out of the kids because you have so much to do as an adult. You're busy. You need order. You need things to be this way, this way, this way. And it's just easier, frankly. It's easier to have a child do what you say based on what you believe and what you want versus taking the time to listen to them and create a plan based on who they are, based on their real personality. So a lot of times we get bogged down in life and we start treating our children as an accessory to our life, forgetting that they have their own life. This is their life. They came here for themselves, for their own life, not for you. For you to love, for you to be loved, for you to learn, for you to create whoever you are going to be as a parent, but not for you to control, not for you to mold into another version of you. Okay? They're their own person. Remember that. Number 4. Okay. This might be a little more difficult for some people, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Write it down, okay, people? I want you to regard yourself, your spouse, or the other parent, and your child with curiosity instead of judgment. So all day, every day, this takes a lot of practice, but once you get it, it'll flow. It'll flow so well, okay? But all day, every day, as you are observing your life, your partner, the other parent, your children, you should be looking at that person for who they are, trying to figure out what is this about? Who are you as an individual? What makes you love? What makes you tick? What makes you upset? What makes you fulfilled? What do you really enjoy? What makes you happy? So be curious about the people you love. Be curious even about the people you hate. If you hate the other parent, I've had some of those messages, y'all. It's okay. I get it. Been there. It's okay. But even if you hate the other parent, you still need to regard them with curiosity so that you don't put poisonous ideas in your children's mind about their other parent. That's important, and that's your responsibility as their parent. Hey, welcome. It's your responsibility, okay? So you, because we're managing our own energy, right? This is about your personal power. And as soon as you get your personal power under control, nobody will be able to touch you. They won't make you upset anymore. They won't get on your nerves like they do now. You won't hate them. You won't have the energy for all that crap, okay? So practice. Regard yourself, your spouse or partner, other parent, and your children, each individual child, okay? Regard them with curiosity. Figure them out. Learn how to love them for who they are, okay? And pull back on that judgment, because judgment doesn't get us anywhere, okay? You need to know what you know, not assume, not make connections based on your past experiences, or based on who their brother or sister were, or who they were, last month even. No, we're not making connections based on experiences, because that doesn't mean that was the best version of them. They've probably changed by now. Your kids change all the time. You just don't notice it. Some of you do. I know you do. So pay attention, okay? And make decisions based on who they are. Who is this person really? Your child does something stupid. Instead of kicking them around, think about it first. Who is my child really? Who is him? Who is he? Who is who is he? Who is she as a person, as an individual? Is this a cry for help? Is this something that is just, them choosing the wrong path? Is this attention seeking? Is this just confusion? They just didn't know any better. Like, you have to know the difference so you can be the difference maker in your child's life. Okay? Not the person that holds them down, but the person that uplifts them. That's number 4. And number 5, it's the last one. Told you I wouldn't keep you long. Number 5, be brave. Stop lying so much. My goodness. Cut it out, people. It's not serving you. It's not serving your children. It's not serving your spouse or partner or the other parent either. Stop lying so much. It's unnecessary. And when I say unnecessary, I mean that. It is completely unnecessary to lie to your children all the time. Unnecessary. I understand them being of an appropriate age for certain topics or certain ideas. And in that case, that's something you need to say to them. You'll understand when you get older, I'll explain it better when you're older. Or that's an adult topic, you're a child. You can be that direct. But stop lying. I mean, don't even lie about little stuff. The Easter bunny, that's a lie. Stop it. Cut it out. It's unnecessary. You can have fun without telling lies to your kids, okay? You can create these amazing holidays without them thinking Santa Claus is really going to come down the chimney. That's damaging, because later when they learn the truth, they don't take it well. And I've seen it with my own eyes. They don't take it well. They have fits. They lose faith. They're really taken aback that their parents lied to them for a long time. And even the ones who act like they weren't affected by it, later down the road, research is there. They are affected by it. They have, low levels of trauma because of stuff like that. Because when children believe in something, they believe with all of them. So give them a reason, more and more reasons to believe in you by being honest. Just be honest. Say what's going on. If mommy or daddy is having a bad day, say, I'm having a bad day. If you made a mistake and you yelled at them about something that wasn't really their fault, it was just you, with your pent up stress, apologize. I'm sorry, honey. I was having a rough day and I yelled, but I really didn't mean to hurt your feelings. And really treat them like a human being, okay? But that takes some bravery. It really does. It takes bravery because you have to step away from all the things you've been taught. You have to step away from generations and generations of indoctrination of what a child is. A child is to be seen and not heard. That's bullshit. It is. Because when you don't listen to children, they end up in really sad and compromising, scary situations. You have to listen to your kids. You have to see them too, but you have to listen to them. All right? So that's it. I won't preach any longer, but I wanted you to have these 5 things just so you know that there is something you can do differently. It is up to you, okay? And if you want things to go your way more often, you can make that happen regardless of whether the other person is willing or not. All right? So remember the 5. 1, you do need to co-parent. Whether you live together or you're separated, you do need to co-parent, okay? It takes all the parents, all of them. 2, it's not about compromise as much as it is about cohesiveness. Your energy is where your power is, okay? You need to work for cohesiveness, not compromise. Don't give anything up. You can have what you want, okay? Number 3, your children are not tiny versions of yourself. They are not. They're their own little human beings, and they deserve to be treated as such. Number 4, remember to regard yourself, your partner or other parent, and your children with curiosity. I can't talk. What? Curiosity instead of judgment. Decide to be curious about their activities and ideas and the things they say and do instead of judging them for it, okay? It's your decision. And number 5, be brave. Stop telling lies to your children, especially your children. Adults lie to each other all the time, I know, but it takes on a heavier toll when you lie to your children. So stop lying so much. Be brave by being honest, all right? Y'all can do that. I know you can. Now, if you have not seen the entire masterclass, you're missing out. I'm telling you, it's off the chain amazing. And I'm not just patting myself on the back. This is from, what people have reported to me, seeing changes in their life already, okay? And it's been a month. It's been 4 weeks. That's it. So you want to go ahead and click the link. It's free until October 1st, but on October 1st, it won't be free anymore. There'll be a charge. But if you can just see session 1, if you are a mom and you are struggling with stress or feeling overwhelmed, if you want to feel sexy again, if you want to feel powerful as a mom and have things go your way more of the time, if you need to or feel the need to break some generational patterns that you see in your family, that attributes to your personal power, okay? So it's all in there. There's so much in this masterclass. And believe me when I say you will find value. You will. If you don't, message me and I'll give you permission to talk mess, okay? It won't happen. You'll find value. So click the link below if you're interested, or I'm going to add it here in the description, and check it out. All right. Otherwise, if you need other help, feel free to message me. I have a little backup right now, but we'll find some space for you. Okay. So feel free to message me and we'll set up some time to talk. All right. Until next time, y'all. Peace and love.